Now, this week, you're all going to be getting your A-level results. And what happens when they're not as you expected? To help you and give you some direction from Connections in Wolverhampton who offers career and advice to all the young people out there, we have Mr. Neil Selvey. Hello, Neil.
Hello and good morning.
Thank you for taking the time to join us. So,
You're welcome.
People are getting their A-level results. They're not what they expected them to be because obviously everything's all up in the air right now, isn't it? What can they do?
Well, I think the first message, the important message, is not to panic. It can be distressing to not get the grades you'd hope for, but there will be other people in the same situation as yourselves. And there are plenty of opportunities out there, and there's plenty of support to help you access those opportunities. So the first thing to talk about really is your exam results. And, if you feel unhappy with that result and you feel that you've been assessed incorrectly, then there is an appeals procedure, and that would go through your school as opposed to the exam board. So when you go to collect your results, if you're unhappy with them and you feel that you've been assessed incorrectly, then you need to speak to someone in school.
Okay, the idea of appeals, it sounds a little bit daunting now. Is it a daunting process? Is it long or...?
It is time-based because obviously students need to know their results.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a particularly long process. The other options via school could be to resit, or rather to sit your examinations, and that will be taking place in the autumn term. And some students who might have, mitigating circumstances might also be allowed to return to sixth form and repeat the year. And again, that would be something that you would discuss with school.
And that's the thing, because of the whole COVID thing, a lot of people wasn't, sitting exams, they were being guesstimated, for want of a better word. It's unprecedented times, so would you recommend doing the whole year again or just sitting the exam itself?
Well, I think it's a case of looking at the situation and what you want to achieve going forward. If you were planning on going to university anyway, and you'd applied for courses and you haven't met the entry requirements, rather than repeating the year, it might well be worth going through the clearing process. Okay,
and what does clearing mean for people that aren't sure?
Yeah, so every year, tens of thousands of students don't get the grades to get into the course that they've applied for. However, that doesn't mean they can't go to university. They go through a process of clearing where they can search other universities to see if they've got a course that's suitable for them. So what you would need to do is log on to your UCAS account, which all students who have applied to university would have a UCAS account.
Okay.
And then there's a search clearing option, and you would type in the course that interests you, and it would give you a list of universities that still have places for that course.
But that you don't need, that the criteria isn't as strict for example, would it? You will probably find that these courses will accept students on slightly lower grades. Okay.
And I think there's a bit of a myth around clearing that it's basically courses that people don't want, but there's lots of reasons why a course may still have places. And I think last year there was nearly 70,000 people that were placed into a university course using clearing. So it is a really, really good way to still go to university and still be able to achieve your dreams in that respect.
Brilliant, that's great. So the message generally is, if you haven't got what you expected to get or hope to get, is not to panic. There's always still help out there.
Absolutely. And if you still want to stay in education but you don't want to go to university, then obviously the local colleges are offering lots of courses. Education's still free for people under the age of 19. Mm-hmm. So as long as you enrol on your course, even if it's a 2-year course, before your 19th birthday, there's no cost to that. It might be that you go to college and do something similar to what you did in school, or you might think, I'm going to do something completely different. And colleges offer a lot of courses that you can't do in school, so a lot of vocational courses. At the moment, colleges are still taking people on, so once you've got your results, and you think I want to continue in education, then you can go onto the college websites and have a look at their enrolment period.
Brilliant. And Connexions itself, where you work, it doesn't just offer this facility. You can help people with work experiences and voluntary work, and if you want to take a gap year out, you can help people with that.
Yeah, absolutely. From students who are going to be 18 once they get their results, if they're not 18 already, and a lot will feel they are ready for work and want to move into employment. The other route to obviously consider is apprenticeships, because they don't require any work experience or trade-specific qualifications, and they're a real fantastic opportunity to get in on the ground floor for a really exciting job. And they're very, very varied. We've got everything from engineering and IT to business, hair and beauty, and accounting. And if people wanted to find out more about apprenticeships, the best place to look is www.apprenticeships.gov.uk. That will tell you all you need to know about apprenticeships. And as you mentioned, Connexions, we're here to support young people. Our service is impartial. It's easy to access and it's completely free. And we have trained advisors that can help you with planning your career, discussing your options, and helping you look for and apply for work experience, and even to unlock some funding for specific help with looking for work as well.
Oh, that's excellent. And not just that, if people don't get the results that they're looking for, it can send them into, mental health wise, it can send them into a spiral, but you offer support for that as well, emotional support and well-being.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's any students that are really, really kind of, struggling, coming to terms with, what's been happening recently, our advisors are trained to support them, or we can, signpost them to someone to give them more specific support if required. We're really, here to support the young people of the city in what's been a very difficult time over the last few months, hasn't it? It has,
hasn't it? And you couldn't predict it, and we're stuck in it now. But there is a way out, so don't feel, oh my gosh, this is the worst year of my life. There is help out there, and you can still access, like you said, the courses that you'd hope to access, hopefully. And if not, there's other things that they can do, and you can advise them on that. I will put the link to your services on our Facebook page. But I thank you, Neil, so much for doing this service and helping people, and for coming on and talking to us about it.
You're very welcome, Susan.
No problem.
Thank you
so much.
Okay, take care.
Bye.